What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Aston Villa series here on FM14. It's now episode 3, we are playing Sunderland today in the Premier League. Just had the international break and we've played a couple games in the Premier League and the Capital One Cup since the last episode against Norwich, which we won 4-1 off the top of my head, I believe it was. A couple of players come back from injury. We played 4-1 against Norwich and won, obviously 4-1. Gabriel Bonlahor got 2, Leonardo Bacuna got another one, Nathan Baker got the fourth goal. Yeah, it was the fourth goal. All done in half an hour, just under half an hour. We hammered Norwich, truly hammered them away at Carrow Road, which was amazing. Played against Fulham at home. Christian Benteke got our only goal in the early stages of the game on the 4th minute, but we ended up drawing 1-1 with Fulham. And now Fulham are a very good team now. They're old, but they've got some very good players. And they are a team which I expect to be competing with in the table this season. So, draw, not too bad. Played a thriller against Walsall in what is a kind of a derby, beat them 4-3. Alexander Tanev got 2 goals, which was an awesome return from him. Nicholas Hellenius, I thought was quite poor, but he did get a goal. Ashley Westwood got the late winner in the 91st minute to beat Walsall 4-3. Now, we should not be going to the injury time to get that winner against Walsall. We kept on taking the lead and they kept on answering back. And now the defence was appalling in this game. Okore and Clark were our 2 centre-backs, and Okore was really poor. 6.7 rating, but he was really poor positionally. And Bulls kept on going through with Sawyer, I think it was it Sawyer or something like Sawyer was taking us apart. Sawyers, this guy was absolutely taking us apart in the game. We just could not handle him, and it's quite frustrating, quite worrying that a League One player can do that to us. Then we played Cardiff at home and drew 0-0. Now, on the face of it, Cardiff again are a relegation team. We are avoiding relegation this year. On the face of it, good start. You know, unbeaten so far, including pre-season. Everything's unbeaten. However, 2 league home games, only 2 points out of a possible 6. Now, with Arsenal, Everton twice, because I've got them in the Capital One Cup in the 3rd round, Everton. So Arsenal, Everton twice, Man United, that's going to be really difficult to get any points there. So we really do have to beat Sunderland today at home again in the Premier League. So it's quite odd how we've got 3 home games on the trot. I'm going to assume somewhere down the line we've got 3 away games also. But looking at our schedule, it's pretty odd. 2 home games, 2 home games, 2 away games, a couple of away games on the trot. So it's quite odd, not home away this year for us. But with regards to the Premier League, we go into this game in 8th in the table, just behind Fulham, just above United. Sunderland are down just above the relegation zone. Liverpool are top currently, along with Everton. Played 3-1-3, both of those two have. Liverpool are on top on goals 4 at the moment. So that's pretty interesting to see. With regards to transfers, what's happened in the league, I'll just hover over this. I won't read out all of these because we'll be here forever. So you can just pause this if you want to see what's happened in the transfer window and see if it's similar to ones in your save. Maybe that'll be a trend again, as it has always been. The same transfers always happen. We'll have to see. Let me know in the comments if any of these deals have all happened in your games yourself. So I'll just scroll through until we get to the really irrelevant ones, and then if you want to pause at any point, feel free. I'll just scroll through. I think anything below 400,000 is not really worth looking at, in my opinion. In regards to La Liga, currently Real Madrid are top, and transfers again, I'll just go to the top ones here. I'm not going to waste my time going through them all, but the transfers, the top, just in case you want to have a little look. Again, pause if you want to. Bundesliga, Liga. PSG obviously going big. Monaco, 3 big signings. Italy, we'll go through Italy just because I've got them loaded up. I feel like we have to be fair, and there we go. So if you want to pause, feel free. Obviously go back, check out any transfers if you wish to. Fixtures, obviously we've just done this, but Sunderland now and next episode will be Manchester United, which will be a huge game, of course, Premier League champions. But today we are playing Sunderland at home, and I've gone with Guzan in goal, Luna, Baker, Vla, Lowton. Lowton's come back into the team, although Hutton has been really impressive for us at right back. However, I feel like Lowton's are going to be my first choice. He's my younger one, and he's the one we're going to be using in the future. So Lowton gets the nod over Hutton. Hutton is on the bench there, but it's not because he's played poorly. He's played very impressively, and it was odd actually because they banished him on loan to Mallorca last year, I believe. So it's interesting to see him doing quite well this year because Lowton was injured to start the season off with. Sissoka's our anchor man. Silla in the ball-winning midfielder role. Westwood as the deep line playmaker. Agbonlahor on the left. Bacuna on the right. Benteke up front. On the bench, Hurd is another mention I want to say. Chris Hurd has done really well whenever he's played. 6.8 rating it says, but he's actually done some really useful performances. I don't know what he said. Clark was okay in that game against Walsall, and I can't remember off the top of my head if he's played at all in the league other than that. Fabian Delph has been okay, nothing really to write home about. Al Hamadi is done okay. Turner obviously was amazing against Walsall when he's on the bench, just in case I do need him to come on. Good to see that Chelsea just beat Man City 2-1 early in the Premier League. So it's a good win there for Chelsea. Jose Mourinho getting one over on Manuel Pellegrini. And if this loads, today we are not doing 3D, we are doing 3D highlights. We're doing 2D play-by-play. Now this is because the file to upload was 4.6 gigabytes. Yeah, 4.6 gig it was. Huge file. That's a huge file to upload. It took me ages to absolutely ages to upload. I thought the laptop was going to die. I was like, I was giving it a funeral while it was uploading. It was just dying as it was going. I can't do that, guys. I cannot upload 4.6 gig. Normally, for an FM video, it's around 600 megabytes, something like that. So it's a huge increase, just because I was doing 3D, having to capture more information. So we're doing 3D highlights, 2D play-by-play. So it's the usual 2D play-by-play as we always do, but the highlights are in 3D. I hope the file will not be too big with that. When we get to the Johnson, oh, we're going 1-0 down. Adam Johnson's got the early goal. We'll see the 3D highlight now. Let's just see what defence, what happened there really. I hope with a MacBook, a much powerful computer, hopefully that will be able to handle and render. Although I'm a bit anxious to do that because rendering does screw your computer up a little bit, and I don't particularly want to mess that kind of computer up. So probably won't be doing that. I'll probably stick with 3D highlights, which is fair enough. Johnson there, you see, whoever that is on the far right should have done much better with that. I didn't quite get a quick glance of who it was, but he should have done much better with that. And it's quite disappointing Guzan was beaten at his near post. Hull beating Swansea 1-0 with Robert Corran scoring. We're down to 10th in the Premier League table. Need to get some more shots off. Can I? Let me just pause this. Can I? No, always ignore. I need to always accept. I need that kind of feature. Maybe they'll increase that for the include that for the main game. Now, a bug I've noticed. I have said it on the SI forums. Is that when you set a player to play for the reserves or under-21s, it is this year in the Premier League, when you set them to be able to available for under-21s until match fit, and say 90 minutes you want to let them to play, which I always have done, always in the past on all FMs, is for the reserve team, but this year's under-21s. Try to do that, and it does set it. Then say you continue, it then sets them automatically to be available for the under-21s every week. Now, unless you notice it, I noticed it because a couple of my players were very fatigued. Weimann was fatigued when he shouldn't have been because I didn't think he'd been playing a game. Checked, and he was available for the under-21s still, despite being fully fit, which was quite frustrating. I've told them on the forums, so hopefully they will fix this bug because it is a bug. It shouldn't be like that. I'm just pleased I did notice it, and perhaps I'm sure lots of other people have noticed it, but I'm just pleased that it's, they've been told. And hopefully that will be fixed, because it is quite an issue, because I like my players to, when they come back from an injury, to be available for that reserve team. At the moment I'm avoiding doing it, just in case I do forget that I have set that player for under-21s, because knowing me, I will forget it. I won't remember that I have done that. We need to change something. This is not working today. We'll change to my other tactic. The 4-4-2 is actually with advanced wingers, so we'll change to that formation, switch things up a little bit. Hopefully we can get a goal with a change in formation. Where's Benteke gone? Oh, I've already got Weimann on. Weimann can go to there. Sissoko is going to have to stay on. Silla can come off. Kozak. Oh, I've not got Kozak on the bench. Agbonlahor is going to have to play up front with Weimann, and Agbonlahor plays an advanced forward today. Tonev will go on the left. Or Tonev, however you want to say it. We'll go with that just for the moment. We'll change the tactic in-game. I never normally like to do that because that's quite... Seemed in deep thought. What is that supposed to mean? You say good luck to them. I wonder what the manager actually means by that. I wonder what he really means by that. Is he really calling me a useless piece of... Or is he saying I'm the best player in the world? I wonder. I wonder what he really means by that. Now, I know footballers aren't the sharpest tools in the box, but really, Agbonlahor, though, with the 1-1 equaliser for us, immediately that change in formation does work. That's good to see. Move up to 7th in the Premier League. I do not want to be drawing this game, but that's a good ball there by Westwood through to Weimann. Weimann with the sweat through, or kind of a sweaty goal, through to Agbonlahor, kind of. If he'd taken it further forward and then done that cross, that would have been sweaty goal, but whatever. I'm taking it all every day of the week. We are fouling way too much, though. We need to not be fouling as much as that, because if we do carry on fouling just like that, we're going to be in trouble. I'm actually going to have to take Westwood off because he's booked and he's fatiguing quite a lot now, so we're going to send Al Hamadi on, who actually says he wants to be an advanced playmaker. Now, seen in deep thought again. Why? Why are you in deep thought? Like, you're foreign, I know that, you know, but it can't just be foreign players. It must be English players as well. It can't be just foreign players and I'm talking to them in English and giving them advice in English. That could be it, actually. That could be it. I didn't notice. Akbar Lahore, though, with the winner, 2-1. No, it won't count. Hull City are hammering Swansea 3-1 now, but Swansea have got one back with Nathan Dyer. Now, why was that disallowed? If I was had that in 3D, I'll be able to see. I wasn't paying attention. He was offside, I think it said just now. Bump that up to attack. Try and get the winner. But so, going back to my point, if I've not noticed, it probably isn't, but if it is, because I'm English, talking to them in English to a foreign player, maybe because I'm talking to them in English, they're in deep thought about what I'm actually saying. Because if a foreign person told me some instructions in a language I did not understand, then I'd be in deep thought about what they actually meant. But Al Hamadi understood the information I did give him because he just got the winner. 2-1, 80 minutes gone, move up to 4th in the Premier League table. It's a very long flashing at the bottom of the screen. Here we go, let's see if this is a really good finish as it looked. Sissoko, Fatih, or Fahi, or whatever his name is. That was sort of a ninja sort of kick. Kung Fu kick through, but we'll take it. 2-1, come back from 1-0 down, this is good to see. Mohamed Sissoko has now been booked. I'm quite worried about Mohamed Sissoko because he is injury prone in real life and in the game. So I hope he will be able to remain fit for us this season, because when he's on the pitch, he's a very good player. And we've won the game 2-1. Aston Villa have survived. We'll also be delighted. I am delighted. We'll say we've done brilliantly well done. Benteke didn't influence the game. That's quite concerning that he's not influenced the game as much as he should be. But we are now 4th in the Premier League table in the Champions League spot. Still unbeaten in the league so far. West Ham beat Crystal Palace 2-1. That's the only one I can see just there at the bottom. Our under-18s lost to Southampton. That's not surprising. Southampton have obviously got an amazing youth setup. Went down to make some changes. It was great. It's faultless. Nope. What's funny is, you know, in the press conferences, I'm sure you guys do it as well, because all the questions have always remained the same, and you just automatically just go, yep, 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 yep. Not really going to read what the questions actually ask. I did that, and they have changed a couple of things subtly, very subtly. One of them was pick a team, right? Now, normally it's pick who's going to win the Premier League. Right, for example, who's going to win the Premier League? I thought, because I didn't read the question, I thought it said that. And I said Manchester City. What it actually says was, who's going to get relegated? So then the headline after the press conference, Wilson thinks Man City are going to get relegated, or something on the lines of that. Now, yeah, so make sure you do read the actual question this year until you've read it a few times, then you actually know what the question says. But you see here in the Premier League table, Liverpool are still top, only played 3, so they've got games in hand on us. West Ham are in 3rd. This will not remain the same, you can guarantee it. You see how low Man United, Arsenal and Newcastle are, and Tottenham, of course. So that will not remain the same. Championship, what's happening in the Championship so far? QPR still top. What have they done in the transfer window, actually? Obviously, you've got keen interest in QPR, obviously, from last year's save. Nothing in the window. They've done nothing, obviously nowhere near the same sort of squad as we started with last year in that series. So it'll be interesting to see if they do carry on that form and remain in get back to the Premier League. It'll be interesting to play against them with Aston Villa. That'll be quite cool, I think, in the future. But next episode will be the United game on the 5th of October, and I will see you guys next time.